Yeah, disappointing loss. We kind of dug ourselves a hole, made a great fight in the fourth quarter to have a chance to win it. Uh, give them credit for making the last play and leaving here with a W.
Hey, Coach, could you walk us through like the final play that was there? I know we've talked about before about kind of those late game situations. What were you guys trying to get done there that you thought like might be a good look?
Yeah, we were trying to get a deep catch for BG. Uh, they kind of rerouted her and she caught it further away from the basket than what the plan was. And obviously there was only 3 seconds at that time. So she had to get something up on the rim, give them credit for being real physical in that situation. And, we got to get better at getting the ball to the spots that we want to.
Coach, it was a big third quarter for the Valkyrie. In your opinion, what were they doing that made it such a big quarter for them?
Well, they were shooting the ball exceptionally well. Like they were hitting we would give them a little bits of space and they would knock down threes. Their 3-point percentage was exceptional. And then, they're really physical on the ball screens. They were hitting us and they were creating advantages off the ball screen. And, our ball screen defense is going to have to be a little bit better than that.
Coach, talk about JC. She continues, she was a bright spot for you guys tonight. Talk about her play after the All-Star break. She continues to be on fire.
Yeah, she had another really good game for us. She's really competitive. She kept us in it. Uh, she's just been playing great. Would have liked to maybe get her a few more breaks, but we had a unit out there that was making a nice run, so it's hard to give her a minute or two. But just really proud of her effort, and she continues to shine out there.
Coach, you guys only allowed 8 points in the fourth. I guess from difference from the third, but what did you guys do in the fourth to kind of just limit them?
I thought the defensive intensity was at another level, which that third quarter was just not very well played defensively. And they made us pay for every single mistake. That was just good basketball on their part. Uh, but in the fourth, we were putting a lot of pressure. We were blowing things up. We were guarding the ball screens better. Uh, we weren't giving up second shots like we did in the third quarter. And once you get some stops, you can get out and transition. Uh, the ball was moving a lot more in the fourth quarter than it was at any time before that. So we were getting better shots. But unfortunately, we couldn't finish anything at the end.
Speaking of, Coach, how proud are you of your team by not letting the refs get in their head with I won't get you fined, but staying in the game, even though they were continuing to match the intensity of the physicality that the Valkyrie had.
Yeah, they were physical. There's no doubt about that. We did a pretty good job keeping our composure. And even when we were down going into the fourth, we were going to try and make a run and try to win the thing. And we got the lead back, but we couldn't quite finish the game. Thank you, guys.
Friday, Coach. Yeah, this question's for you, JC. I thought you had a fantastic night, had a really big game. What do you think that you were doing well out there to help contribute to just overall good night?
I think just being aggressive and making the right reads, taking what the defense was giving me, whether that was to drive, shoot, or pass. Just making simple reads.
Got a bus to catch and a plane to catch, guys.
Yeah. All right. So I know. I think my first question would be what made them such a difficult matchup in the third quarter tonight?
You can go.
Honestly, I think it was just us not being locked in defensively. I think we allowed them to the start of the third quarter, we allowed them to get a couple of offensive rebounds, which allowed them to get some kick out threes. I think we were very lackadaisical on the defensive end. I don't really think it's anything that they've done. I think it was just us not being aggressive to start. And I think for the first 3 quarters, we were like that. I just think the third quarter was just very apparent. So I think it was just us not being aggressive, us not executing the defensive schemes and making sure that we were keeping them off the glass and making them take tough shots. They were all easy shots for them. And as you can see, 30 points in the third quarter is not like us. So we just got to clean that up.
Awesome. Thank you. Nas, what was your message to the team at the end? I know you're talking to them. What was the message to the team at the end of the game?
Basically to the sentiment of what Jordan just talked about, we can't expect to win a game that we don't come to play for 3 quarters. And there were spurts, but if we talk about being a top team in this league, you can't take 3 quarters off and expect to win in the fourth. Sometimes that does happen. You get lucky, but I don't think this is a team where you could not play our brand of basketball and then try to show up in the fourth quarter. Like Jordan said, that third quarter, 30 points is too much for a team who prides themselves on defense. So it's just like, we have to be better and play, but we got a game tomorrow, so now we can fix it.
Like you said, you got a bus to catch. What kind of goes into it for y'all with having such a quick turnaround? Like, what's the biggest thing you feel like you guys need to do in such a short time?
Rest and recover. I think that's the biggest thing. You have to be available to play tomorrow. Nobody's going to be feeling sorry for us. I mean, everybody in this league probably has a back-to-back. Dallas definitely isn't going to feel sorry for us. So just get, rest, recover, hydrate, and get your mind right.
Thank you. Have a good night.